Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Delgado. Today we are going to learn how to ask the quién es in English. We use the word whose to ask who owns something, okay? Welcome to class number 5. Listen, okay, carefully and watch right this video for you understand very well. Whose? Do you know when do we use whose? Whose is used to ask who owns something, okay? When we are going to use whose, is to ask, okay, who's the owner of something. For example, whose bat is that? Whose bat is that? It's my bat. It's mine. That bat is mine. Okay, three different ways you can answer, okay, in English. In the second example, whose bat is this? Whose bat is this? It's her bat. It's hers, or this bat is here, okay? These are the way how you can answer, okay, in English. Okay, now let me to explain you something, okay? When we are going to answer, okay, we are going to use possessive adjective and possessive pronoun, okay? Because we use it the same way to talk about ownership. For example, here I'm using my. Remember, my we used before. Now, in this case, but, and we use the right mine after the object, okay? After the object, we are going to use mine, or you will use the right mine to replace the noun, okay? Like this example is my bat, it's mine, or that bat is mine, okay? In the next example, whose bat is this? It's her by, okay? We have used the right possessive adjective before now, in this case is by, or we use only possessive pronoun, it's hers, to replace noun, in this case by, or we can say this by is her after the object, okay? This is the way how we are going to answer when we are going to say that something belongs to someone. Okay, guys? Whose plus object plus is this plus is that. Now let me explain you, okay, when we are going to use the right this and when we are going to use that. For example, whose house is that? Whose house is that? We use that when we're talking about singular and when something is very far. Okay, and this is the answer. It's his house. We use possessive adjective before noun or just the possessive pronouns, okay, to replace the noun. It's his. It's his house. It's his, or we can say that house is his, okay? It's another different way we can answer, okay, when we are talking about ownership. Another example, whose house is this? Whose house is this? Remember, we use this in singular, but when we are talking about something is very near, all right? It's her house. We use possessive adjectives right before noun or your possessive pronoun. It's hers to replace noun. Or another different way we can say, this house is hers, okay? It's another different way to answer when we are asking about who owns something, okay? Here you are some exercises. Number 1, whose keys are these? Whose keys are these? They are my keys or they are mine, all right? In the next example, whose shoes are those? Whose shoes are those? They are his shoes or they are his. Okay, now let me explain here. Always when we are using the right this, it's because we are talking about in plural, right? For that, you know, we have used this. Or for example, whose keys are this? You know, it's in plural. They are my keys. Okay, I'm using a possessive adjective before now, in this case, keys. Another example, another different way to answer, they are mine. We have used mine in possessive pronoun because right replaces the noun, in this case, keys. In the next example, whose shoes are those? Those, okay, when we're talking about something in plural, but to indicate that something is very far. Whose shoes are those? They are his shoes, okay, possessive adjective right before noun. They are his possessive pronouns to replace noun, in this case, shoes, okay? We can answer both ways using possessive adjective and possessive pronouns, right, to indicate that something belongs to someone, okay? Alright guys, it's time to say goodbye. But remember, subscribe and leave your comment on my channel where I can continue making more videos for you in the class number 6. Okay guys, I'll see you.